Good evening and welcome back to Prime of Midlife. It's Thursday evening. Um, this evening I am talking future income. And the reason I'm talking about that is you may have seen the reports about one of the ministers in the UK government who said that over 50s should look to increase their income by working for Deliveroo or just eat, some of those 0 hour contract delivery things, Uber taxi drivers, etc. Now, sorry, this is annoying me. Um, that seems all well and good. And it sounds good when you're over 50. Yeah, 50 odd, I can do that. The last thing I want to be doing at my age is zipping about the city, in and out the traffic, trying to deliver things to people, or ticking boxes and trying to keep up with a specific time frame. We all know for delivery drivers, especially if you've watched that the film, I think it's a Ken Loach film about the delivery driver. I can't remember the name of it. But they've got so many parcels and they've got so many minutes to deliver each parcel, etc. That is stressful. And certainly in my late 50s, early 60s, I do not want to be going to do a stressful job. So, sorry, there it is. I'm sorted now. Excuse me. So, it made me think, how are we going to ensure we have enough income as we get older? Now, one of the biggest problems is if you're in a rental property, um, if you are on benefits, you should hopefully get the rental property paid for you. I don't know much about it, but I do seem to remember that in years gone by, when I was speaking to people, that especially if you're in a higher charge area, somewhere that's more expensive for rent, the council's rent benefits only pay you so much. You have to find the rest yourself. So renting a property could be a problem in later years. Even if you're not renting, if you've got a mortgage, when does your mortgage finish, especially with interest rates? And so I thought it's possibly a good thing for anyone of a certain age to be looking to the future and making plans now of how are you going to have an income. Now, one of the best things I've seen is making a what they call a passive income, and that's when you write a book. You write it once, you still keep making money from it. One of the other things they do is write a course. That one's a bit more sus. It depends what your course is and where you have it, etc., etc. Things like that where you do something once and then it keeps making you money. So whether that is, as I say, writing a book, making a movie, making a song, doing videos, etc., anything like that that you can do. The other ways is possibly less passive, but if you can make things, you can sell them. Not that I would be selling them on Etsy just now because they're withholding money. But if you can do things like maybe at local markets or something, you can cook food, you can make knitted items, sewed items, anything like that. But yeah, basically, how are you going to keep going as you get older? Do you have an income stream planned? And if you don't, now would definitely be the time to be looking at it. Because when the government's telling you that in your 50s you should go and become a delivery driver, I think that's pretty telling that they've got no intention of being reliable for you to keep going for your income as you get older. Pensions, I don't know how they work. I'm not very good at them at all, but certainly with stocks and shares going the way they're going, that's something to think about as well. Banking, when you've got the high interest rates, do you want to do something like that? There's also, in the UK, there are tax breaks for things like renting out your driveway. Now, I heard this on Times Radio a couple of nights ago. The guy who does the 10 o'clock in the evening show, round about 10:15, he does this money thing. And he spoke to someone from Just Park, which is an app. And they don't just do parking spaces in, your normal streets. They have things where you can rent out your driveway, especially if you live near an airport, a city centre, something like that. It might be worth your while if you've got a driveway. Even if you don't have a driveway, if you have a front garden, maybe change it into a driveway. You can earn so much tax-free with that. You can also earn so much tax-free having a room for rent. So it's worth having a look at those things to see just where you can make money that is relatively passive for you, so that it's not something you have to deal with. And why I'm thinking this way is, I remember as Mum got older and as the dementia started, she stopped being able to use the computer, she stopped being able to do the internet banking, etc. So you want to have something that you don't have to do a lot with to keep money coming in. So yeah, that's my thought for today. Look to your future income and try and make sure you've got some. Catch you later.